Hi everyone, Frank here. So I'm going to be making L. reuteri, Lactobacillus reuteri, which is one of Dr. William Davis's most popular fermented dairy, which we can refer to it as yogurt. Technically it's not yogurt, but anyway. So what you're going to need to get started, I'm going to just move the video around here. Okay. So here are all the ingredients and tools you're going to need to go ahead and make this yogurt. All right, so I'm using Dairyland, doesn't matter the brand, half and half. This is organic. You can get away with just straight half and half. The reason we're using half and half is because of the fat content, which will end up creating a really more thicker, luxurious yogurt. That being said, so you're going to need obviously a mixing bowl. You will need to purchase inulin. You can get that online or from your local health food store. That's the food that the bacterium will be eating. And then here's the actual bacterium, Lactobacillus reuteri. So this is the main good bacterium in your gut. And it also migrates into your lower intestine as well. So that being said, this is the yogurt maker that I'm using. There's different brands. I'm using the Ultimate. It's very simple to use. We're going to be setting the time and the temperature. The temperature is 99 degrees. The time is 36 hours. That's pretty standard. These are two options. So it comes actually with this bowl here, the larger one, but there's also the individual one. So I'm going to use a combination of both. Okay, so last thing is I take the half and half, and I'm using 1.5 liters, and I warm it up to really warm room temperature and a little bit more. Why? So that when we put the yogurt into the actual yogurt maker with water, which needs to get up to 99 degrees, it's going to be a lot easier when the yogurt is already at room temperature or a little bit above. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take the half and half that I currently have warmed up. I'm just going to take a little bit, probably about, not very much, maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons into the mixing bowl. Put this back slow, keep that up to temperature. All right, now we're going to take the inulin, which is the food that the bacterium will be nibbling on as they reproduce. And apparently about every 3 to 4 hours, they will multiply. And we're going to be putting in 50 billion units of the Lactobacillus reuteri, and that's going to double in size about every 3 hours over that 36-hour period. So what do we want to do? If we're putting 2 tablespoons, approximately, into our half and half mixture. Okay, then we're going to use the spoon to mix it up. Now it's very important that we don't get any lumps. So this takes a little bit of time. So I'm just simply mixing it into the half and half so that it starts to become smooth. Right now it's pretty lumpy, as you can see. So I'll continue to do this, and we'll speed this up obviously so you don't have to watch the entire process. Okay, now the L. reuteri. All right, so we're going to use, I'm going to use 2. You can get away with 1, but I am going to use 2. So I'm actually going to put in 100 billion. So I'm going to take the capsule, simply open it up and empty the content into our mixture. Okay, we'll do that real quick. All right, now back in, and now we need to blend this, the actual bacterium, into the inulin. All right, now we're going to take the warmed half and half. There's about 1.5 liters in here, and I'm going to mix that here into our bowl. There we go. And we'll give this a real good mix. Now I've used a whisk. The only issue with a whisk is you start to get a lot of bubbles and foam, and you kind of don't want that. So this seems to work fine with a spoon. And I've tried various things, but just a tablespoon from your kitchen drawer seems to be about the best. Okay, so that's really well blended now. Okay, next step. So I'm going to fill the large bowl first. Just make sure you can see everything here. All right, so I'll be taking It's a little tricky to pour without spilling, so I'm just going to use the ladle, make it easy. Again, I'll speed through this a bit, so we'll shorten the video as much as possible. So fill this up to about 80%, and then we'll switch over to the individual glass jars. So there's a couple of great YouTube videos by Dr. Berg and also Dr. William Davis, which gives into more detail the benefits of this wonderful yogurt with this high bacterium content. You cannot buy this in the grocery store, by the way. You know, they ferment their yogurts for 6 to 8 hours. We're doing it for 36 hours, which is giving us the maximum amount of bacterium in the actual yogurt itself, or fermented dairy, whichever you prefer. All right, so that's pretty full. I'm gonna set that over there. All right, let's get these individual jars ready. I'm gonna open them up. They've all been spotlessly cleaned. Okay. Again, I'll speed through this part because I'm just filling the jars. We'll bring them up to pretty well about 95% full. Okay, don't want to overfill them. Okay, there's one. We're getting there. I'm gonna set this down. I may have to steal a bit from my larger container. That's good. 3 and 1 more to go. Okay, I'm going to be, I think I can probably pour this without spilling. That was wrong, of course. But anyway, real quick. Okay. Now, I need to fill this, so I'm just going to steal a little bit here from the larger bowl. They're all equally filled. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Now, next, I'm gonna wipe them off. Clean. So just wipe any leakage or spillage. And the yogurt maker, I'm going to show you in a minute here, it actually has slots for each jar or the larger jar. Whichever you're going to be using, and you can use either or. As I say, it actually comes with the 2 larger jars, but you can order the smaller glass jars as well if you prefer those. I kind of like a combination. Okay, that's good. That's 4, and then I'm going to put the lid on the larger yogurt container, this one here, and it's fine on the outside. All right, so I'm gonna bring the camera around here and give you the finer details. All right, so there's our yogurt maker. Now the next thing we have to do is fill it with water up to, so the level of the water is about where the yogurt is in the jar, so about 95% full. Okay. We've now added warm water to about 95%, so you want to make sure that it's covering the actual yogurt material, and that's good to go. And again, it is warm water, not cold. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is plug it in. All right, when we do that, the yogurt maker will turn on, and we're going to set it. You can push, so they're going to push the temperature. It's already set at 99. That can be changed. When that light is flashing, you can change it with the plus or the minus. Then we're going to move over here to the time. It's already, again, set for 36. If it's not 36, again, go ahead and adjust it with the plus and minus. As long as this light's flashing, you can go ahead and make the changes. Once you've got it right, which it is now, we will simply push that button. They're now solid. So the yogurt maker is now going to heat that temperature up to 99 degrees, and we're going to let it sit for 36 hours, and I'll come back to you and show you the end result. Okay, 36 hours later, and everything is complete. The yogurt maker is shut off. I've already gone and tasted it to make sure it's fine, and it is. So there we have the yogurt. You can see the texture is really nice and creamy, thick, and it tastes very good. I think you'll like it. So there you have it. Give it a shot. Make the Bacillus reuteri yogurt or fermented dairy, whichever you prefer, and you'll have great health benefits, I promise you. This will do a tremendous amount as far as your overall health, your well-being, your muscle building, your mood. It's amazing the difference, both for adults and children. Give it a try.